All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Oh, what's up, everyone?
What's up, market?
No, we should be saying what's down because not a whole lot.
No, it's not.
Whole lot.
No.
I mean, the banks, I guess you could say, are down. That's pretty much it, I think. The banks.
Your favorite stock's way down, getting absolutely slammed today.
What
GE, but let's just do a wrap. That GE's under $12.
Show us those charts. I
thought I did.
You didn't. Also, we're all getting stimmy checks. Maybe this weekend, going straight back into the market.
Yeah, I'm still looking for my first one. I never got one.
Oh man.
But anyways, we had a little dip and dive off the open. Kind of looked like, hey, maybe we'll go down and trade 39.10, 39.15. Nope, that wasn't the case. It was pretty much straight up. There was a little dip here around 10:30. I'm not sure what that attributed to, but that knocked me out of some longs. But I was able to redeploy. Once you got through here, we got within. If you want some bad news, we failed. 59.25. That was your all-time high. We only got to 58.5. We backed off 20 handles for that. So if you're a true pattern trader and you want to call double top, good luck, because it never seems like it can ever find a top in this market. But we are backing off nicely going into the close. But we'll see. 39.31. That's my bogey. That's the all-time closing high. That's what I want to see us close above. And we got about 8 handles of cushion here with about 28 minutes to go in the stanza. Crude, that's up $1.61 at 66.05. You have gold, that's trading down just about $1 here, 17.21. Silver going the opposite way. That's up a half a penny at 26.18. And Bitcoin, kind of a quiet range, just consolidating near the high, only a little over a $3,000 range. But the futures are up. They're up $845 at 47,465.
KB Inferno says he or she thinks Stimmy is going towards travel. Market might agree with you there. You look at TripAdvisor. You look at Booking. Trip, is that an all-time high for Trip? No, not even close. Not even. What am I saying? Not even close. But it's
no.
It's a nice rally.
Having a good day. That 55 was a tough area. We're through it right now. But just last time it got over 55, caught a little bit of a cold here. So let's get that close over 55. This is kind of interesting. This stock is much higher than it was when the pandemic started. So I'm not sure what the fundamentals are.
The fundamentals are the fundamentals are eventually it'll end. Eventually the pandemic will end. That's the fundamentals.
That's the fundamentals.
Look, we saw last year. A lot of according to various studies, a lot of stimulus checks went towards the market, went towards office furniture. Hey, it's not a crazy idea. It's definitely not a crazy idea. Everyone's been cooped up. Maybe not everyone, but some more than others. But they want to travel. I want to travel. You want to travel.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about maybe doing something in April, getting the hell out of here. But anyways, I'm looking at bookings here, and that is making all-time high, but struggling at 24.50. And folks, man, it's got a couple lows right here. This is called 23.59. It takes that out. I think you got some more downside. I wouldn't worry about this 3-day low too much at 33.44, but just hanging up here near all-time highs. Match that high, 50.25, 24.50.25. Didn't quite get there. We got to 24. What did we get today? 2040, 24.47.5. So let's see. Gonna need something to push it over for that. And then what's the low price one that Mitch?
Trivago.
Yeah,
TRVG. It's $4.
$4. Trivago. That's a little bit sleepy here. Trying to play catch up, trying to clear that 415, 420. Two highs in the same area.
All right, so Joel, I was just on with Alex Cole from Go No Go Charts, and I said, Alex, look at GE for me, because I really do feel bad. I feel terrible for anyone long GE because you got rewarded. It took so long to get up here to 12. How high did it get? What was it? A 14?
14, almost 14.
It took
14,
so
42.
long to get to 1442, and in 2 days you're down basically $2.50. Um,
What do you think? I mean, is it time to step in here at $12?
Maybe this is just another buy the dip in an endless series of buy the dips. But
you had it broke out of 12 here. It had that over 12, but then came back down, and then it was resistance again. An eatsy beatsy tiny gap here. Let's see if that was filled. Boom, 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 boom. Between at 1203, no, there's really not a gap there. So $12. I think for your GE shareholders now, I think what you need to see some stabilization. Maybe 3, 4, 5 lows in the same area. And then the other thing too, and what Triple D mentioned, what if they say, hey, we're not going to do the reverse stock split, right? Is he going to get back all that losses?
probably
I don't know.
not.
No, there's a lot of people trapped in this, but not the move, not the financial engineering move that that people wanted, that the street wanted. Just as they derailed their own rally.
You just can never tell with these things because, like Baidu, for example, announces an offering. The thing is up 5.5% today.
Yeah,
you just so they're going to dilute you. They're going to dilute their shareholders.
I don't know.
And it goes up 5%.
Yeah.
So GE says we're going to do a reverse split. We're just going to jack up our share price to $100 or whatever, and stocks sells off.
Yeah, that's it. That rally's not. I'm not super impressed with that rally in Baidu. I mean, it was low as 260.98, basically where it was in the pre-market. Couldn't get to yesterday's high, so let's keep it at 272. Let's see that, So, I mean, it's up. It's okay, but I don't know. Chart still looks kind of heavy. Didn't get as big as lift as I thought.
Okay. Who was it that just James Santangelo just asked how we feel about Ford? You know that I am long. I'm playing it for the F-150, the electric F-150. You also know my theory that like half of Robinhood has a free share of Ford. Totally unfounded. That's just a theory that I have. But I am long Ford. Playing it for the inevitable electric F-150.
Yeah, just a little breather. Whole number. Had to chew up the stock at 13. Hasn't been there in a long time. So here you go. I mean, a little bit of back of the breather. I don't know if you're going to come back down to that 12 area, but just it's had a nice run, and couldn't absorb this big sellers at 13. So once you got up above it, people that were playing it for the breakout ended up getting faked out and ended up selling into it.
Yeah.
How's GM doing? GM is crawling its way back too, I bet. Ooh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Folks, 56.97, that was your high. 57.05, that was your high. 56.94 was your high. Where'd you get to today? 57.17. So, big level, not on your data. It's illustrated in your monthlies here. So there you go. If you're looking for another leg, man, get that close over 57. Maybe take a poke at 60.
Kenny Renting with an interesting comment. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Mexico is now the largest legalized cannabis market in the world. I was watching some pot stocks today. They're catching a bid a little bit. We saw OGI, which had some news this morning. So that one is sort of moving independent. But you look at like the MJ, look at Tilray, look at Afria. Tilray's up 14%. Afria is up 10%. Aurora is up 6%. These are all the Canadian plays at CGC's up 7%.
Yeah. We looked at these last week, and they had the ridiculous runs. They came back to an area. They've been put a couple lows in, consolidating. I mean, looks a lot better here than it does, did when it was coming down. So pot is stabilizing. This earnings gap, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it wants to fill that. I would love this thing at 27 and a half, 28, but doesn't feel like it's getting there. Getting some momentum here back on the upside for the pot stocks.
One thing I wanted to add on the GE before I forget is I think it's the highest traded stock today in terms of volume, which I don't know the last time we've been able to say that, but I think 258 million shares is what I'm seeing. So
yeah, I've seen 261 right now.
That's a lot of GE. That is a lot of GE.
It's a lot of stock, and see if we can put some lows in. We got 11.95, currently trading 12.05.
Not much on the earnings front that I'm watching for tonight. There are a couple on my radar, not too many. I'm watching DocuSign, which is like the ultimate pandemic play, along with Zoom. That they report tonight. That'll be interesting. I want to hear from them. I want to hear from Ulta Beauty. That's tonight, and that's kind of it. There's really not too many interesting earnings reports tonight. DocuSign and Ulta Beauty are kind of the two.
Yeah, that got
and GDRX, that the online pharmacy. That'll be interesting. I think this might be their first report.
Yeah, that got shellacked, right?
Yeah, is this the first report? It is their first report. It's probably that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that really looks like it's been around a little bit longer than that. But the DocuSign, I'd be a little leery on this one because you got some people stuck. Man, what did you go to? You went to
this thing got wild.
275.46, February 16th. Boom, you go to 190. So there's a lot of people looking to sign off on this thing on a rally. I just that really caught it. I mean, still great performance, but you cannot ignore here what the stock has to go through to get back up. I mean, just mid-range, 232, not that far away. So see what happens. Also a daily high here. If you get a pop at 232.59, just be careful, folks. I just remember what Zoom did when they reported. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to get, they had it up and then ended up giving it all back. So some overhead supply there in DocuSign, DOCU.
I want to look at a group. I want to look at the telecom group of Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. Let's just start with Verizon. They had their analyst day like last night. It was like, or investor day. It was like 6 p.m.
That would be
Eastern.
Analyst night.
Whatever. And so it's down 2.5% today, whatever they said. Let me see if I can find a headline or two from Benzinga Pro to see what they said.
Yeah, this just got a little top heavy at 57. Warren, goosed it. You can see where he had that, and then it just hung out too long over 57. I wish I would have had a closer eye on this one today because it actually traded 57.18 and now traded down to 55.51. So getting into that, I mean, you still have some. It did come down after the Warren buy. That was the big gap up there. But let's see. 54. I see three lows right around 54.60. So that's another buck away. Not liking what they had to say at Investor Day.
They said they're raising more debt to fund their 5G expansion. T-Mobile's Investor Day is today. I'll read you a headline here from the Benzinga Pro, hearing that the CEO said that they are exceeding their initial targets related to the Sprint deal. They said that they will sell the value, will upscale the value of their 2.5 gigahertz spectrum for the recently closed C-band mid-band auction. If you haven't read up on telecom auctions, they're pretty interesting with the FCC. It's inside baseball, but it's pretty interesting how that auction works. They also said there is the potential for $60 billion in stock buybacks from 2023 to 2025.
What's that one stock that was in the
ticker I?
Yeah, is that still around?
Nope.
It's gone?
Yep.
IntelliStat?
Yep. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Yeah.
Did it go to zero? What happened?
They filed for bankruptcy last year.
Yeah. So there. Yeah, the telecoms.
Here, I have the ticker is now INTEQ because it's got the Q. Hey,
Nice.
it's 47 cents. Still trades.
INTQ.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, who did someone get smoked on that? Wasn't there a big investor that
Yeah,
was in that? Do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. I remember, but I don't remember who. It was God,
Here's big
no.
boy. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
They lost now. Woo! That's an ugly looking chart.
back to T-Mobile, and then I want to go to AT&T because their investor day is tomorrow.
T-Mobile. Oh man, you guys got me on this one. It's you had the peel off the old time high, fighting its way back. Oh, let me see if I can do something for everyone at home here. No, I didn't judge. It's not a great. It's too tight. Let me do the math in my head.
Okay.
The old time high was 1/3. It's called 135. Let's call it 30-point move or no 20-point move. So it is. It's got back half of this move, the 125, 126 area. Uh, Kind of a wild day today. I think what I would do if I was long this thing, which I'm not, I would keep an eye on this 124. 123.65. That was your low on Monday. 123.88 today. You got a nice lift off that. You're $3 away. So I don't want to see it lose 123.70. If not, you're looking down the abyss. You're looking at 118.54. That high today is a good number. I think whatever it decides to go, if you could take out today's high, maybe take a shot at 132. If it takes out today's low, which also coincides with Monday's low, you got some potential downside here. I don't know. In this bar, that was a big old bar. What was that? That was last Friday when everything was crazy. So I don't know. I keep an eye on it.
And then rounding out the bunch, the last of the three, AT&T. I don't look at this chart very often. And then every time I do, I just shake my head. My dad's owned this stock for decades.
It's getting the divvy. He's getting what's the dividend?
Yeah, he's getting I'm sure the yield's gone up.
Yeah, the yield's gone up.
The yield's gone up. That's what I can say.
It's trying. Well, I don't know. 3 lows looking kind of heavy. Last 4 lows right here. This is called 29.50, and it's leaning heavy on that. This was a crazy last Friday day. So keep an eye on that. I'd say you take out this 29.50 area. You got to look at 29. So it's holding in there.
Okay.
Got above 30. People got excited, and then they realized it's AT&T.
Yeah. All right. I just want to look at those because again, we got all three with their analysts / investor days this week. Also, their investor day tomorrow. Lumentum, LITE. This chart is very interesting because it's at, like, you could say it's at some support here.
This is, yeah, it is. I mean, you look at the monthly, it hasn't had much of a, boy, this thing likes to gap around, huh?
Yeah. Very interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, you don't want to see this lose $83 with any gusto. 2 lows, 259, 291, 270. There's your support on the downside. On the upside, if you're playing this long and you get a look at just under 92, that could be some, on a pop. First time up, 91.93, 91.88. There's a pair of highs. But trying to get off the mat. We'll see what happens with the report.
All right. GE just hit a new low. Well, it bounced, but it
bounced.
It broke 12. It broke 12.
It broke 12, and I was just looking at it. Easy Mike's talking about the 3-day rule, but the only thing about the 3-day rule, Mike, is if they say, "Oh, we're not going to do that reverse stock split," they'll be back at 13. So we'll see. S&P's just a wave of sellers just came in there, knocked us off that 39.40 area. We are now in danger of not making that new all-time high.
Oh, no.
Wow, Kelsey just made $600 on GE since the show started. Thanks, Joel. Well, why don't you throw some of that? Why don't you make Jack Douglas's tip on that?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. All right.
Yeah, we're going on a. You know what? We're going to start going on profit sharing and Bitcoin, right? Let's go.
Hey, what we're trying to do is figure out how to turn this show into a non-fungible token. That's what we're working on. And then we could sell and then resell this show infinite number of times, and y'all can get in on the blockchain, and it's kind of like a pyramid scheme. You're getting at the top,
Well,
right?
and I'm surprised that Raz hasn't broke this out, but like the Benzinga story,
Yeah. What about
and
it?
it was his grandfather in the
Oh
game.
yeah,
Did you ever hear that one?
I've heard a few different versions of this story, so I'm not sure which one is the right one.
Joel, yeah, March Madness. Actually, Spencer may get fired tomorrow if Maryland beats Michigan.
I
We're
won't
squaring off.
I won't need to. I'll just quit. I won't need to be fired.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried about my Eli Brooks. I just hope. And I was talking with Lisa, and she goes, maybe they peaked too early in the season, and they were a little underrated, maybe a little overrated. But I'm fearing. I'm glad we don't have to play Michigan State because I don't want to lose to them. But how I
Yeah.
digress.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. The tournament starts Friday. I don't know how I'm gonna get any work done for next Friday or the Monday after that. But
I love
we'll
it.
figure it out. We'll figure it out. Those are my favorite days of the year. Someone in chat about 10 minutes ago asked about Neo. This is also an extremely heavily traded stock today. I'm seeing 130 million shares, give or take, in volume today. It's up 10%. Did they have news? I don't even remember if they had news.
Just got beat up, rebounding with Tesla. Got beat up after earnings.
Initiation from Mizuho. Who really cares about that?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting chart. Came down that bargain price. Oh, what was this monthly low? This monthly low was 31.68. Only got to 31.91. Wow, that thing rallied $14. So, and you know what? It might have some more in the tank because it's not even near a 50% retracement of this move. I mean, what was your high? Your high was all-time high this called 67 to 30, 42, 52, 62, 34-point move, 17 on top of 31. That puts you like at what, 47, 48? I mean, that holy mackerel. That's been what a rebound for Neo. Wow. Just I guess got overdone with the Tesla, and let's see here. I did get it to work there. Right around 50. If you're looking for halfway back on that, 50.
Rob F1 just asked what we think about Oracle. I'm just curious. I'm going to see if I can find. I'm going to go to Market Chameleon and see if I can find how Oracle historically trades after earnings, because I feel like it always trades the way it's trading today. But let me pull that. Let me pull that
I mean, it had you know what I'll do? I'm going to bring up the chart here, but I'm going to guess.
Okay.
And I'm going to think that it continued to leak. And the reason I'm going to say that is because it had such a big run. It was so unlike Oracle. It didn't leak. It didn't leak that much. Well, yeah, it did. Well, let me get the pre-market chart in here. So long ago. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it took out the pre-market low and then rallied. Let's see. Do we have anything in the 65? Oh, we had this one little high, 65.31, 65.41. That's your low for today. Got a big old gap in this. Oracle, I don't know. You may want to lean on this. I mean, it gets above 68.10. You got a big old gap to fill the 71.50. So looks like buying the dip worked here in Oracle. And it just had that ridiculous move ahead of the Oracle. Just doesn't move like that, and it did.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And there's actually no real trends here. Actually, if you go back the last 4 quarters, at least, which isn't much, but the last 4 quarters, Oracle trades higher on average in the days and weeks after an earnings report. But overall, going back the last 3 years, there's not a ton to speak of in terms of trend. There. So
Chilled Monkey asked me if I used to watch the old 60 Batman series. I love
Yeah, you
Batman.
know what? I
I
spent
love
some time.
Batman and
I
Robin.
spent some time. I like thought about getting some of those like Robin sound bites, but then I thought we'd get like flagged for that, so I didn't. But there are some great. That's like great soundboard material. You know,
Yeah,
like
I love.
holy insert anything there, Batman, right?
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
the butler's name? The
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that man. I love Batman. Yep,
yeah.
Batwoman too. And Michael Keaton did do a bad job, and who Kilmer or Clymer?
Kilmer, right?
Yeah,
And
Kilmer. They
then
did okay with that. I was a big
it,
Batman fan. Batman, Three Stooges, Little
yeah.
Rascals. All those great classics.
All right, I'll have to get some '60s cartoon sound bites. Oh, I did get
Okay.
the I got the
Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner.
and it was too quiet, you couldn't hear it, but I got that guy.
Oh, there you go.
We'll
Yeah,
have
the
to get
Roadrunner.
we'll have to get a few
Yep.
more of those out over the weekend.
Tasmanian
Okay,
Devil.
3:57. We got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm
in
a
today's
boomer.
session.
I'm a boomer.
Hey,
Nasty
listen.
Gertrude.
There's nothing wrong.
Actually, I want to clarify something.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
not a boomer.
You're
I'm part of the baby bust. Like I didn't like the boomers are just a little bit older than me.
yeah.
I'm not a boomer. I miss computers. I mean, I was too young to protest in Vietnam. I did get stuck in a parking lot going to Woodstock, but no, I'm nothing. I'm a nothing kid of
nothing
of the 60s and the 70s.
Lost generation. The lost generation.
Yeah,
all right.
Baby bust is what I call it.
We mentioned cannabis stocks a few moments ago, and I should have mentioned when we talked about them that the Benzinga Cannabis Hour is coming up next every Thursday at 4:00. Today we've got I'm sure they were going to talk about legalization in Mexico. And so that's coming up next on this channel. So this stream will end. It'll go right into the Benzinga Cannabis Hour. That'll go until 5:00. When that ends, we've got After Hours with Ryan Rose Biani until 6. When that ends, we've got Around the Bell with all I really know is that Mitch will be there, and so will I. I don't really know who else. I think we got.
They dragged me into it, Spencer.
They dragged Joel's going to be there, guys. Joel's going to be there tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Benzinga's YouTube.
Yeah,
channel.
I'll have my pajamas on and everything, and I'll do that, and then I'll go to bed.
Yeah, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Old guy like me, I need my sleep.
We got a minute left. How are we looking into the close?
Spencer, you didn't do a good job here on the close.
Oh no! Wait, pull up the S&P.
Yeah, I mean we're going to close at a new all-time high here. All-time closing high. That was 39.31, and we're going to do it here, folks. We did peel off the high by 20 handles. That's somewhat concerning, but not call it. I mean, if you really, like I said, you really want to call it a double top, then you can call it a double top. But new all-time closing high for the SPOOs wherever we end up here coming into the final stanza. We got a big bogey overnight at 58 and a half, 59 and a quarter. That 59 and a quarter we made back earlier in February. So good day for the market.
All right, we'll do one more. We'll do CHP.
Look at GE on fire into the close, man.
What?
GE is just on fire. It's up
30 cents.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. All right. Maybe they heard me about
there's
not doing
about
that reverse stock.
Joel, let's just do one more. Let's just do CHPT, charge point.
CHPT?
Yeah,
this is a stock that I have never looked at before.
Well, it's a recent IPO, that's why.
Oh, you guys are tough. Switchback Energy?
Right. This was a SPAC, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wow. I wish you would have talked to me when it would trade at 20. Let's see. Boy, this is a tough one. This has got some momentum going. I don't know. Let's just keep it simple. I can honestly say I don't have a great feel on this one.
That's
but
okay.
Let me get that. I just see if I can come up with something here. I mean, if you're obviously everyone's long here, so everyone wants a rebound. So you get to this 35 area, that'd be getting half of that move. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 higher lows in a row. That's good. So let that keep on going. When it starts to make a lower low, maybe it'd be time to lighten up a little bit. But maybe get up to 35 here. Not much. This was a crazy day in it, but certainly getting off the bat.
All right, guys, hit that like button on YouTube. Show us some love there. We appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the super chats, all the engagement, all your questions. We hope we've been helpful. Joel, I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Yep. We'll be there for Mitch is working pretty hard on it. He's a hard worker.
All right. What I'm working on right now is trying to figure out how to get this redirect going.
Okay.
So Joel, I'll see you later.
I'm gonna skedaddle.
All right. I mentioned the Benzinga Cannabis Hour is up now. They just went live, and I'm working on getting. I don't know why we don't have it set up where it's going to redirect you to that show. I want that to be the case. So let me get this going right now because I want this to redirect automatically straight to you. I don't know why it's not working. Mitch, are you here? Maybe you can help me out. I don't really know why this redirect's not working. In any case, the Benzinga Cannabis Hour is live. Here's what I'm going to do. Put the link right there in chat. There is link number 1. No, Patrick, I will not sing you a song. But in all seriousness, Patrick, I don't know why this redirect won't work for me. So I just put the link in chat. That's the BZ Cannabis Hour. They're on from 4 to 5. They're on right now, actually. And I'm going to hop. And I hope this redirect works. If it doesn't, you all have the link in there, and I apologize for that. Everyone have a good rest of your day. I guess I will see you in a couple hours. I'll be back for whatever the hell this Around the Bell show is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.